Welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Toronto FC 1, Nashville SC 2, MLS 2024 Week 19. Toronto FC loses after being up 1-0. They could have easily won this game. They missed so many chances. You could call them the unluckiest people in the world. And Sam Surridge gets the brace because they parked the bus after he scores the first one, after they fell asleep, hoping for the draw when they lose. They shot themselves in the foot again. So what did they learn against Chicago? Nothing. Great first half. Second half, horrible. Ended up horrible. Started questionably okay. Still wasn't great ever at all. Ended horribly though. Goals were scored as follows. In the 35th minute, Bernardeschi plays at the top of the box where Alonso Coelho's right there and he bangs it home for his first goal ever for the club. The main club, he did score for TFC too. But 1-0 for Alonso Coelho. What a banger. Golazo. I hate it for him that they threw the game away because that should be a great moment. I don't know if it will be after what happened. Halftime, 1-0. Toronto leads. 65th minute, 30 minutes later, in game time. Hani Mukhtar runs through. Longstaff falls asleep. Mukhtar runs through. You can't give him any space. He still can make you punished. Punish y'all with the space you give him. He may not be great this year, but he's still got some quality. Plays it into Surridge. Surridge curls it in, 1-1. Then in the 90th minute, Kobe Franklin leaves Surridge all alone, unmarked. Surridge runs in, puts the ball away, 1-2. That's the way it would end after 4 minutes of stoppage time, 1-2 for Nashville. Stats are as follows: 17 shots to 11, 5 shots on goal to 3, 51% possession to 49% possession, 509 passes to 483, 87% pass accuracy to 87, 8 fouls to 15, 2 offside to 1, 2 yellow cards to 1, 0 red cards to 0, 2 corners to 3. Toronto loses. And they did it to themselves. Which, if they learned their lesson from Saturday, should they have gone for it and said, okay, you got one, but we're going to put our foot on your throat and make sure we win this game? Because they could have. They didn't, but they could have. This game was a joke. An absolute farce. Joke, farce, whatever you want to call it, that's what this game was, because this game was a joke. First half, great. Arguably great. They should have scored more than one goal. Bernardeschi misses the penalty, slips, puts it over the bar. Owusu puts a great chance over, one off the post, which led to the penalty. Had a couple of chances he could have put away, but only one. Okay, but they were playing well. Then defensively, they fall asleep, then they park the bus in the second half, hoping for a draw. That doesn't seem to me like you've learned not to just hand a game away, hand it over. No, to me that seems like you learned nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because if you're going to let a team have the match, why hand it over? Why just be like, hey, you take it? We don't want it. Park the bus, and you wave the metaphorical red towel in their face like a matador. What did you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen? Y'all legitimately handed the game away. This isn't Gary Smith, Nashville, where you can get away with parking the bus and hope Mukhtar doesn't make you pay. He did, but they're actually good offensively. And then Toronto just starts passing the ball back after they give the ball or give the goal away. Pass the ball back with no urgency. Again, what did you learn? And then the substitutions are baffling. Owusu's off for Kobe Franklin. You take a striker off for a wingback, and Insigne comes off as well, mind you. Insigne comes off as well for Jaquil. Which as soon as that happened, the game started tipping down anyway. The subs were mind-boggling. DeAndre Kerr doesn't come on till stoppage time. Why not like for like and then throw on Kobe Franklin? Why so defensive? Why? Why? It makes zero sense to me. None. Not a lick of sense. It was 1-1. Why park the bus? Why? What, you want them to grind out a result? To make a point? That's the only thing I can think of if John Herdman was like, okay, you got the goal, grind out the result. I'm going to make you grind out the result to make a point. Which, in the end, if that's the case, backfired on your motivational merchant dumbass. Because, I got to make a point. No, go for the 3 points. If you get one, fine. But it's not about the defense. Yes, Gomes is back. Long is back. Yeah, okay. Let me tell you something. No, it's the work ethic of this team. They're running on fumes. Motivation and shit talk only take you so far. And the problem is the tactics are failing again. We already went through a downward spiral earlier this year, but the motivation brought them back. This is the downward spiral we can't beat. Because listen, normally lightning doesn't strike twice, at least on the good part, right? This was the moment to make lightning strike twice on, hey, we're about to go down a downward spiral. Our results haven't been great since a little bit before the break and, of course, the Chicago game, and it just got worse, and we should have had a wake-up call. What happens? They basically just piss it all away? The momentum they could have had? It doesn't make any sense to me, but you do you. Like, what? Where is the simpatico? Where is it? Like, wouldn't you want to stomp them out? Even if it was 4-1? Like, do the opposite? Like, you have the power to do it. But no. You hand the game away and say, it's fine, we don't want it. If we can't get the point, we don't want it. What was that? The decisions were horrible. By Herdman were horrible. The tactics were honestly horrible and beaten pretty easily. And the players just, as soon as the Surridge first goal went in, they gave up. Like, what did they learn? Because I did not see any rah-rah, hey, we got to fight, okay? We could do better than last weekend. We got to fight. We got to show our heart. We got to make a point. Where was that? So they learned nothing either. You didn't. Mr. Mentality Merchant Shit Talker. They didn't learn nothing either. Because what did you teach them? Nothing. You probably gave them a rah-rah speech. Like, oh, I'm so disappointed in y'all. This is the most disappointed I've been in 30 years. Okay, what does that do? Work on the defense. Tell your boy Longstaff to wake the hell up and stop being a meal ticket now that he looked good for half a season. Maybe tell him to play like he knows how he can play and stop loafing it around. Maybe tell him to play how you know he can play. You're the guy who signed him. Legitimately, at times, Davey and Cuello look like a better midfield than Longstaff with one of them. The fact that Cuello is in his second year, I think the man could play for Spain. I say so. And Longstaff is here because he's your boy. And now he's starting to just loaf around because he finally got his adulation and he's got his money. He'll loaf around and start playing like shit. Okay, all right. Yeah, no. Play like you should or you're out. Play like you should and I know you can or you're out. I have no use for you if you're not going to play what you can play like. Okay? Fair. Okay? Play like I know how you can play. Stop acting like a meal ticket. Just because you got yours doesn't mean you could rest like a senior in high school having senioritis. Okay? Get up off your ass and play, okay? All right? Herdman's boy? All right? This ain't school days no more. This ain't no Spike Lee joint. All right? I told you, wake up. Or you get out of here, frankly. Because I know you have talent. Wake up. Wake up. Now, with that being said, this team needs changes. Bill Manning should have been fired a year ago. The second best time is now. We're not going anywhere with him. No. Like, legitimately, John Herdman, even if John Herdman told him, let me cook, you know what he's cooking? KD. Mac and cheese out of the box. So he could stir up mac and cheese out of the box, and it ain't even Velveeta. Hell, he don't even have the mac and cheese you put on a casserole dish. Buddy, I could make KD. Easy Mac. I can make it. Anybody can. Can you make a beef Wellington? Can you cook a chicken fried steak? I don't think so. I could cook a chicken fried steak. Hell, I could probably make an okay Wellington. I've never tried it, but I probably could. But I know I can make a chicken fried steak. You can't. So what are you cooking? Box mac and cheese. KD. All right. You ain't cooking nothing. You ain't cooking nothing, is my point. Cook a Wellington. Cook a chicken fried steak. Or something or other. Make a gumbo. Jambalaya. Risotto. Anything. More than KD. One thing. There's instructions on the box, buddy. Anybody can follow instructions. Anybody can boil water. Boil pasta. Hell, you probably don't even salt the water, don't you? Munja cake. All right, you don't even salt the water, don't you? Cake avolo. Listen. Listen. So all you can cook is boiled noodles and boiled water with cheese sauce and butter. Or margarine if that's what you prefer. That's all you can do. All right. We need somebody who could cook a beef Wellington, a chicken fried steak, a risotto, who could also cook KD if needed. But you need multiple plans is my point. If you didn't get it, you need multiple plans. You need multiple recipes. You only have one. What is that? Attack, attack, attack. Unless you're losing and we just want a result, then drop back. You don't even know what you want to do. But as long as you're talking shit and motivating them, that's all that matters. They'll do anything for you as long as they're motivated, but when they're not, it's not working. It looks horrible. Horrible. And it's not the first time. At the end of the Canada run, what did that look like? The same shit we're watching now. Same thing. When they were good, it looked amazing. When they were bad, when they didn't care, when they stopped listening, what happened? Nations League, Gold Cup. This is the same shit we saw last year. Okay? You're a one-trick pony. And even then, it's not tactics, it's your mouth. And I mean, I could talk too. Don't get me wrong. That's what I'm doing right now. I understand charisma. But you're too nice. Too nice. Sometimes you got a lot of fire under these guys' ass. Sometimes you got to make them run till they puke in a sand pit. Maybe you also need tactics. That's not a maybe. That's just a for sure. But maybe, even when you're mad, you're nice. You're a gentleman. And that's not a bad thing to be, but sometimes you got to be an asshole. Sometimes you got to be a curmudgeon. Sometimes you got to be crusty. A pirate. Yeah, a pirate. A captain. This ain't the time to be Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter, okay leader. When it was good, when it was bad, it all spiraled out of control. Point being, if you're a leader, sometimes you have to be an asshole. Sometimes you have to be serious. Sometimes you have to show that passion, but scream it. Because sometimes people don't listen unless you're screaming. That's the problem with the world today, eh? Sometimes they don't listen. Sometimes they don't. Unless you're screaming. Unless you get the point across. Sometimes you got to put some oomph behind it. You don't. Now, with that being said, no man of the match. You know what? No. Coelho, man of the match. Good goal. Other than that, the rest of y'all, cry. Because that's all you probably do. Is cry it off and then not learn nothing. So, go ahead. With that being said, good night and have a pleasant tomorrow. If you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. Tomorrow I'll be live for both Spain versus Italy and a review for that match. And Argentina versus Canada. Review for that as well. 2 lives, 2 reviews. Italy and Canada. Could it be the best day ever? Could it be the worst? Who knows? Could it just be okay? Who knows? I'm hoping best day ever because after this I need it. So with that being said, there you go. I'll see you later. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. John Herdman, fix up or get out. Same with you, Maddie. Hell, same with the rest of you. Peace.